we were talking about WCW and how it was rising at that point in time, and because I remember right before that I was working for Cornette and Smoky Mountain, and they were still WCW came to Knoxville, and I got 2 tickets in the mail with my electric bill. Like, here, pay your electric bill, and here's 2 tickets. So they was still kind of really trying to get people in. Then suddenly a year later or so, the NWO starts. Hogan comes in and just kind of shoots right up. Right. How did you feel, and where were you at that point in time with the company when all that went down?
Well, of course, we were the main face, and then when that happened, I mean, everybody's seen the reaction they got. So it was a great thing. Even though a lot of us, after a while, were getting tired of getting beat down by him, but you couldn't say nothing because it was amazing. It was drawn, yeah. Not only drawn, like selling merch. Merch was crazy. You know, going to, you know, like indoor stadiums. Like one was in St. Louis, one was in Detroit, Atlanta,
San Antonio.
Yeah, and also Detroit.
Yeah. One week after another.
Yeah, one. Just sold out. And like the merchant that I was told, it was crazy money. So, which was unheard of, especially for WCW, because that was pretty much non-existent for WCW. So it was great for a period of time, but then everything started, you know, everybody's making money, but then Hogan's going out there and doing interview and everybody else is standing behind him, you know. So it started ruffling a few feathers, and a lot of people don't know this. It's like they were going to, you know, all right, Hogan's a bad guy. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were definitely the cool heels. So they went for black and white and black and red. But, again, I hate to, you know, speak bad on people, but Hogan was an asshole, man. Because everybody, you guys still like Hogan?
But he's here tonight!
So, it would have been perfect if Hogan would have stayed, you know, black and white, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, black and red. But on purpose, you put Scott Hall back with him, black, and people just knew it wasn't, because they came over from WWE.
Confusing.
Yeah, so, and yeah, it just never got the traction that it should have if it was done right. And then, you know, cooler heads prevailed, and then they, you know, went back together, back to black and white. So, but it was a missed opportunity, you know.
How did you feel when you got put into the NWO? Because once again, Scott Steiner's got a big push going, great character, and then they put you in the NWO.
I actually liked it because you're going into an established group, and for the most part, they're established as bad guys when I went in, because people were kind of getting sick of just NWO dominating everybody. So there was a, you know, a want of the people to, you know, want WCW to come back. So, like, I was all for getting booed, you know. So I was all for it. So.
Did you ever have any issues with that with DDP? Do I remember this properly?
Man, I've known Dallas for so long.
Right.
And no, I've always got along with him, but you know, there's, you know, something that goes on the internet, like we got to fight, but it wasn't a fight. You know, I mean, I kind of provoked it because him and Eric were good friends, and which meant Dallas had a lot of power.
He did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if you said who you wrestled tonight, you know, DDP. Oh shit, you lose it tonight. You know? So
I did.
So it just happened. I was provoking. Did an interview, said something about his wife, which is totally normal because she was in the business, so he could, you know.
She's a character on the show.
Yeah,
Kimberly. Right?
Yeah. So he met me at the bottom stairs, and he was there, but I knew I had to do the interview, then I had to go backstage and do an interview with Lex and Buff. So my whole thing was to go through the stage, go through the dark thing, and go to the thing. But he's at the end of the bottom of the stairs.
Right, waiting for you.
Yeah. So he said something to me, and I wasn't in the mood to, you know, to listen to what he had to say. So I come down, and I was about ready to, you know, punch him in the face. And security guards were there, you know, which was very strange because those security guys were not fast.
Right.
And he did two things, which pissed me off at the time, but I'm so glad he did. He told the security guys what he was going to do, and then the other thing that I'm glad he did is he left the building. Because as soon as I did that, I went and did my interview, then I went back to his, his dressing room, and it was going to,
gone.
And he was gone.
Right.
But I'm so glad. But then 2 days later, Eric called us in, and so it was not a big, that's the way you did it back then. You had a problem with somebody, you punched him in the face, and
Yeah. But you know what? That's not a bad way.
Right.
You get in an argument, you work it out, and you're fine.
Yeah. So then, 2 days later, we met in a hotel. Eric made us, work it out, and it was like, then I had a match with him. Maybe the next pay-per-view, it was fine, so.
You must gain respect for each other.
Yeah, no, especially now Dallas, with yoga, he helps my boys, or he did help my boys when we were in town, so, and he's, I did a couple of yoga sessions over there, so there's nothing, not hatred, it was like you had to,
Yeah. So work out your problems.
Yeah.
Like a man.
You're right. So it wasn't, I wouldn't say a fight per se, it was like, I'm like, boom, you know what I mean? Then I left because I had to do the thing.
Right.
But everything worked out. Like, I talked to Dallas. Sometimes everybody has an ego, and it's like, no, but we had been close enough to where it was over.
Right.
Once it was over.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.